Hello everyone, my name is Laura and in this video I want to tell you about my tips for paint by numbers tools that are free and you probably have laying around the house. So keep watching if you're new to paint by numbers and you don't have all the nice tools yet. Okay, I want to start with the first tip, which you see in front of you right now, is these two little glass containers, which are actually the containers from this really nice dessert that you saw as a thumbnail. So no, it was definitely not um, clickbait or anything like that. Here in the UK we have this brand which has delicious desserts that come in glass containers. So they have two of these little pots and I just washed them and used them for my paint by numbers after. There are two pots in every pack um, and I used both of them for washing my brushes. So in the first one, the water gets very dirty, and then in the second one, you can properly clean it. And I dry it on a bit of tissue paper, as you can see here. Alright, I did a bit of shuffling around and I got a normal glass. So the reason I like these pots a lot is that you don't have to mix a drinking glass with your paint, and you have less chance of you putting your paint by accident into the glass that you are drinking from as well, because it looks the same and you have to properly clean your glass and so on if you use it later for drinking. So that's why I like using these instead of a drinking glass. I will now get a bit of old paint to demonstrate for you. Because I've talked about it in multiple videos, including my most popular one, 10 tips before you start with paint by numbers, that it's a good idea to use two different pots for your paints. So one gets like dirty, the first one, and the second one is still pretty much clean. This way you don't worry that much about your brush still being dirty from the previous paint, and you don't need to change your water as frequent. And for me, with these pots that I use, it's perfect that there are two in one pack. But of course you can also use a lot of different containers. Look around your house and see what we've got. Maybe a jam jar that's almost finished or that is finished and you can clean it out, or anything else. I would prefer glass, but if it's plastic, I think that will work as well. It's just nice to have something that is not the same as your water glass or tea, in my opinion. So yeah, free tip, it's free and you most likely have it laying around the house. Okay, so now I'm going to put these away and we'll continue with the second tip. So I don't personally use this, but I know that some of you work on an easel, or they get back pain and they can't sit on a table for very long, so they have it raised. And a very good tip then is to put your canvas, your paint by numbers kit, and tape it on a piece of cardboard. So I have this old cardboard box here that I got my paint by numbers from Amazon in. But yeah, you can use anything that you have laying around, or look around your neighborhood and supermarkets and see for any big boxes, and cut out a 40 by 50 centimeter cardboard so you can tape your paint by numbers on it. So here I will just cut this piece out and use that to tape my paint by numbers on. Yeah, this is mostly for those of you who like to, you can also paint on the sofa or anything like that, but you still need a bit of resistance and a hard surface beneath your canvas. So you can use any of those. Because I make the videos and yeah, mostly because I make the videos, I just do it right here on my desk and therefore I haven't taped it down. But definitely an easy tip that I've picked up. And then the last tip that I have for you guys today is when some kits you have to mix some paints, and this is quite the right thing because it has these holes in it. But you can use a bit of plastic to just do the mixing. For instance, if you have a bottle of soda, like Coke or things like that, you can cut off the bottom half and use that to mix your paints in. I didn't have any of them laying around at the moment, but that's a great way to not use a plate like this one, but instead just use something you have laying around and recycle it for um, your hobby, for doing paint by numbers. And related to paint mixing, if you want to stir up the paint inside the pot or add a bit of water or floate, it's always good to stir afterwards. We always get these sets for brushes, and some of us don't use them, but I use them. And also the ends of these are actually a great tool to use to stir up the pots. But you could also use toothpicks or, oh yeah, like a paper clip that you open up that you can then stir with. It's like a small object that you can easily wash afterwards and helps you to get less messy, hopefully. Alright, so these are all the tips that I have for today. I hope you found them useful and you will have a look around the house what you can use for your paint by number kits. So this is the painting, what you see right now is the painting that I am doing currently, and I have a paint with me session every Thursday. So I hope to see you there, and thank you very much for watching today's video. If you found any of the tips useful, it will really help me with the YouTube algorithm to hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment. I always love to talk to you guys. Thank you and bye bye.